Alright, we are a ghost. It is time for us to trick. Here we are, Chapter 11, 12:10 a.m., midnight. The Justice Minister's daughter has been abducted. The kidnappers demand the execution of the death row prisoner Jowd to be carried out tonight. Lynn says the execution is a mistake, and I believe her. So I'm paying the kidnappers' hideout a visit to see what I can find out about the abduction. What took you so long? Your instinct was right, Beauty, my dear. They had that restaurant surrounded. It took me forever to shake them, and now my poor bike is ready for the scrap heap. Next time, maybe you should make it a tricycle, so you don't hurt yourself. Ouch, that hurts, Beauty. But that's okay. That's what I love about you. Wait a minute! That's where they are. Be a little more gentle with our valuable hostage, please. Yes, always keep a smile on a lady's face, right, my dear? There, see that, Beauty? Now there's a smile blooming on your face, too, my dear. Yes, a wry smile. I'm going out for a breath of fresh air. You're on guard duty. All right, I'll dream of you until you return. Why don't you open the trunk for our guest? I will, Beauty. I was just taking a little breather. All right, little lady, let me open that trunk for you. Looks like the Justice Minister's daughter really has been kidnapped. Something else is bothering me, too. I don't think I've ever been to this room before. Something about it is giving me a strange sense of deja vu. I've seen something like this before. Yes, we have. Rube Goldberg's murder machine. Taking something precious to manipulate others. That's what kidnapping is. The dirty tricks of those without the powers of the dead to come up with. However, if I take that precious thing back, their power vanishes, doesn't it? Now then, time to see how the Justice Minister's little girl is doing before this guy wakes up from his dream of beauty. Alright, what's in this door here? Whenever I possess a door like this, for some reason I get the urge to send something flying with it. These ghost tricks are kind of addictive. Haha! Now let's see what this does when it's swinging. Meanwhile, when we swing with this one... spin faster. Aha! Let's rock this shelf. Alright. Suspended by very thin cords. It looked like they're about to break. Quite a spectacle if it fell. One of those things you light with fire, as long as there's light in the room. Something like this really necessary? Something can be lit, it makes me want to light it. Need another core to reach the trunk and open it. Wonder if I can create a new core. Darn. Can't reach my destination from here. Aha! Spin the bounce toy. And it doesn't stay up there for long. Party popper. It's just my imagination. That's just my imagination. That's all I has to say. What an amazingly simple fellow. This room, on the other hand, is starting to look amazingly festive. How can I use it to my advantage? Aha! There's my ring. If there's any more laid back, you'd fall right off that crate. Let that streamer spinning go round and round. How can I make use of that? When the flame gets really big like this, I get the urge to burn something. Everything is just out of the flame's reach unless... Ah, that's a good point, Rika. Maybe I'll try adjusting the fan's speed. Yes! And the candle is lit. Good job, Rika. Thank you for keeping this stream from being eons long. Ah, yes, now that this is going on. Yes! Yarg! What in the... What's going on here? This little lady is... Is this little lady really a daughter of the Justice Minister? Dude. They did get the wrong girl. What's with the fun book and juice? Like I said, always keep a smile on the lady's face. I wanted to treat our guests well. How about treating me well? I'd like some bread and milk, please. Oh my god. I have to get the bread and milk. I have to get the bread and milk. Oh no. Oh my god, I have to get the bread and milk.
I gotta get the bread and milk.
Oops, I can't get it loud enough, but yeah. They said snow! Alright, be back in a flash, he says. Hey, mister? Yes, cute little lady, more juice perhaps, all I have to do is ask. Have I been kidnapped? Don't cry, little dear. There's nothing to be afraid of. The surroundings are miserable and filthy, I know, but we just ask for a little patience. Don't say those awful things about this house. This house is where I used to live. What? I apologize, little lady. I'm the one who's miserable and filthy. Forgive me. What's the meaning of this, beauty? Why here at this girl's old house? Don't ask me. It was the other party in our deal who chose this location. Oh, I see. It's been empty for 5 years, and apparently nobody ever comes here. But never mind that. What about my bread and milk? I have to get the bread and milk! Now you be a good girl while I'm gone. You just read your book and drink your juice. I want to go home. Not quite yet. This dilapidated place was Kamila's old house. What's going on here? What in the world? Why does she have a core? She did have a core the previous time we ghost tricked around her. Yeah, when I helped her out at Lynn's apartment, she didn't have one. She must have died sometime after that, and it also means somebody else must have saved her. I better ask her what happened. But first, some light reading. What's she reading? An exciting adventure story? What bit of excitement for one day. Who's there? Oh, wait a minute. Is that you, Missile? Missile? I'm sorry, I'm not Missile. My name's Sissel. Sissel? My name is Kamila. Kamila, so it is her, I knew it. What happened to me? What is this place? I can hardly tell the poor little thing this is the land of the dead. The land of the dead? Does that mean I'm dead? Darn, I forgot there are no secrets in the ghost world. You can relax, you're not dead. But this isn't the first time you've been here, apparently. Really? I don't remember. Wait a minute, maybe I do remember. Sort of. You do. Looks like she doesn't remember being saved very well. So there's some other dead person out there with special powers, eh? Anyway, I don't want to press her if she doesn't remember dying. Do you remember if I ask you a few questions about something else? Sure, go ahead, sissy. Lynn asked me to do something for her tonight. I know about that part. She asked you to go to the chicken kitchen on Dead End Drive, right? Yeah, but I never got there. Now I wish I could say I'm sorry to her. I never should have gone through that park. What park? Temsic Park. It's a shortcut to Dead End Drive. Is that where the kidnappers grabbed you? Yeah, Lynn always said. I don't like that park. Scary things happen there. What am I going to do? Lynn's going to be mad. She is? How come? Because I left it there. The music box in the park. The music box. That music box was hidden in the apartment. I finally found it with a little bit of luck and courage. Guess where it was? I don't know. Where? I'll pretend I don't know. You know, you don't have to humor me. Oops. So what happened to the music box? I hid it in the bushes at the park just before it happened. I didn't want the bad man to take it, so I hid it. I bet it's still there in the park. You did well. This is your old house? Yep, this is where we lived until 5 years ago. Now I live with Lynn and Missile. Lynn is like a big sister to you, isn't she? Yep, she's a detective, you know. She's a hero. She is, huh? By the way, about your father. Is he the Justice Minister? My father is... gone. Gone? Maybe he passed away. No, that's not it. My dad... he's going to die. And it's all because of me. Why? What do you mean because of me? Why would he say that? It's called an execution. My dad is... a detective. No way. Don't tell me your father's Detective Chow. That's right. Yeah, okay. They definitely got the wrong girl. 5 years ago, something really bad happened. Like a scary dream. But it wasn't a dream. Tell me about the incident 5 years ago. It was Mom's birthday that day. My mom and dad were working and I was home by myself. And then I had an idea. I was going to surprise my mom. I set up that contraption. Oh no. Oh no. I'm home, Kamila. Why is it dark? Oh no. She was trying to... So do you remember when we undid the Rube Goldberg murder machine? It was supposed to light the candles on the cake and activate the little party streamers and go, yay! That's what it was supposed to happen. Oh no. Oh, Kamila, oh no. I still can't believe it happened. It wasn't supposed to work like that. I know that contraption and I know how it was supposed to work. Potty poppers in the cake, a birthday message. My dad told me not to tell anybody. Just leave it to me, he said. My dad wanted to be executed. He asked them for it, but I wanted to tell everybody it was my fault. My dad said what I saw was a bad dream. He told me to forget it. This is all so unbelievably tragic. I can't believe it. This little lady's Detective Child's daughter? I just can't tell her. Can't tell her why she was kidnapped. Why was I kidnapped? I want to know. Oops. There are no secrets in the ghost world. Maybe we better stop talking. It's too dangerous. Sissy, you're not going to talk to me anymore? I think we better get you out of here first. We can talk more after that. Okay, but I'm going to rescue you now. You just hold on a little longer, alright? Okay, but we'll talk later, right? Don't forget, you promised, Sissy. What took you so long? I traveled the entire town in search of the finest bread and milk for you, my dear. But it's late and all the shops are closed. They said snow! We're leaving this place right now. What? But he is not here yet. If we couldn't meet at the restaurant, were we supposed to be here? Yes, and he's the one who chose this location. I don't like this one bit. We have to run around doing all this extra work all for the sake of his deal. Be quiet. Can't be helped. This place is too dangerous. I told you, my sixth sense is very strong. Alright, as you wish, Beauty. I feel it. I sense something here in this room. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? Is she talking to me? I can sense your presence, you know. The next time I sense you, this child will die. Remember that. Alright, we're leaving. Pardon me, little lady. Oh, there goes her book. At least she still has her sippy juice. All of a sudden, I'm left behind alone. Alone in the room that stole that little lady's smile away 5 years ago. The lady's gone now, leaving me with only a few new facts. A few very heavy, very sad facts. Does Lynn know about all this? One other thing stands out in my mind. I can sense your presence. Some of that kidnapper's final words. Do those two know? Do the kidnappers know about the powers of the dead? Alright, well that puts a wrinkle into my theory. But other than that, the rest of it seems to be in order. So, Kamila's mother, Child's wife, died by a horrible accident. Where does Sissel come into this? Like, if my theory of Sissel was that relative who said, hey, the detective did it, then, like, But so far, everything else seems to track. Guess we gotta go to that music box. Chapter 12. Looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Child's daughter, Kamila, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. I told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who'd been abducted, that the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. But Kamila? Why do they have Kamila? Father isn't this stupid old Justice Minister. I think this stupid old part is a little uncalled for. It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much. Cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there were those other twists too, like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could be just coincidence. And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I just don't understand any of it. I told you before, Detective, I want you to stand back. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. Please. If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and... I tried calling 100 times, my wife won't answer. Oh, she won't? It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing? If she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it! I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that it's not my daughter? Whoo-wee, that's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Miss me, baby? Inspector Kamila. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Detective Chowd! Detective Chowd, I'm so sorry, I tried... I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry. Lynn, please, don't apologize to me. How the beautiful love between a teacher and student brings a tear to my eye. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Kavanaugh, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Chowd could never have done such a thing. Ha ha ha! Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know two things to be true, and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty, and two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons. So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on. Including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn. But Detective Chowd, I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But. My poor Amelie, is she alright? Actually, the girl was kidnapped. His name's Kamila. Why is the dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute, Amelie? Could that be the Amelie next door? I think so. I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. No, not me and my wife. It's, complicated. It'd be pretty hard to admit she left him. The minister's wife ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart, well, with him being so busy. I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head. Brave little water pitcher saved the Justice Minister's life. He drank all the water, now it's empty. You should get it refilled. According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. They were lying in wait for her, but Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. So the kidnappers grabbed Kamila by mistake instead. Amelie and Kamila are about the same age. Must have got the two of them mixed up. It's my fault. I haven't asked Kamila to do that errand for me. This never would have happened. Ask her to bring the music box. Hey, Jowd. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. Here's something happened. Something about a kidnapping? Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution tonight. I had no idea I was so hated. But the Minister doesn't have to worry. I die, and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the Minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Kamila. What? Kamila? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No, it can't be. And by the way, Kamila told me something interesting. She has said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Kamila herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him. I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Kamila won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. For a capable detective, you say some pretty incredibly misguided things. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Is it true what Kamila said? Why don't you tell us what you know about the murder 5 years ago, because it's pertinent. To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work and she went in first. Bang. What was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there is nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Kamila, just the two of them. The little lady's mother died right in front of her. It is horrible, yeah. Kamila told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to and made an impossible move. Interesting. An impossible move. You know, before we talk about the impossible move, let's talk a little bit about the powers of the dead, because, you know, it's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I've convinced everyone of, even me. But tonight you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. Powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers that I didn't understand where it worked, and if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. Like Beauty knows. Kidnappers who abducted Kamila knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. Looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Check you out. There's still time before dawn. A little anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? Kamila was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun. That was an antique gun I've had on display for years, so it wasn't part of the little baby's original design. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. The movement of that Cupid. It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. I don't know what to say. Didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Kamila. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. What adjustment to the scene? The gun, of course. Yeah, the gun was missing. He secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. Ooh. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. I hid the gun before I went to the police. I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. And that detective still thinks it's a music box. That's what was in the box. I got a different murder weapon ready to give the police. My own pistol. I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course little Kamila didn't do it either. The true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Kamila's sake. That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Detective Jowd. Lynn, where's that music box now? In Temsic Park. Gun is important evidence. Better go pick it up. She's not gonna go to the park. She's going to the park. I'll go right now. Sis will take care of Detective Jowd. Do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side. And yet again, I say easy enough for you to say. What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter's been kidnapped. Can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. I guess we better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Kamila in more ways than one. That's all there is to it. See, my old friends, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight, as planned, or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. The body! As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow to me, and especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir. The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. You'll show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate. I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now. I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it will be meaningless if Jowd or Kamila dies. Gotta do something about that kidnapping somehow. Yeah, hey Joe, do you have any tips? The minister won't stop the execution, as long as there are any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. She isn't the one, I'm sure of it. It would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it how? I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here, right? But a telephone works in both directions. Only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost! I have to admit, I don't like depending on others, but you're the only one who could change this situation. For the past 5 years, Kamila's the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. Again. There is absolutely a way. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. Can't hear you. La 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 la. I'm sure you've heard everything we've been saying. Are you telling me you don't believe any of it? Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you, but there's somebody else whom I trust even less. Oh yeah, who's that? Me! I can't explain your existence. It's not normal, but I'm pretty abnormal myself, so maybe you're a figment of my imagination. A delusion. Would you listen to a delusion? To be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. Got the bit about you not trusting me, though. Good. Hanging around here won't change anything. Got 10 minutes before the prison van shows up. Ring ring. Let's go to the ladies' red apartment. Is Dance Man the one dealing with the blue peeps? That's a possibility. Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Child's heart, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. Getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way. And I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Oh, that's the end of that chapter? Okay. So what have we learned? Well, we learned more about the details of Alma's murder, which, yes, it is a murder. She was murdered by a ghost. This changes everything. Now, the problem is, how are we going to find out what ghost it was? Because, according to Mr. Lampum, ghosts go away after, like, sunrise. And that happened 5 years ago. There's no way to find out what ghost that was. If anyone has a good argument for being a sovereign citizen, it would be a ghost. No way we're gonna get a conviction. You can't get a conviction if you're dead. Doubly so if you did it after you died. But yeah, that's another pair of chapters. Well, we'll get to the ghost puzzle eventually. But for now, that's Ghost Trick, that's the stream. Or is it?